All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. I hope you all are doing well. It is me, Victoria Baxter, with Saved and Single and New Thing Life Coaching. And one thing that I actually realized is that a lot of us are a little bit unsure of which season we are actually in during this time. We're not sure where we are right now. I hear so many people say some different things, such as, well, God has me hidden right now, or I am not ready, or I want to meet someone, or I'm trying, but nothing seems to be working out. I wanted to talk about different seasons for just a small amount of time. And what I mean by that is, of course, there are different seasons that we as single women can actually be in. Maybe we're in a dating season, maybe healing, maybe contentment, maybe preparation. But I'm realizing that many of us, while there are different seasons, a lot of us have ourselves in the wrong season. And what I mean by that is, I notice that a lot of women will say they're ready, but they're not. I realize that some women will say that they're hidden, but they're not. I realize that a lot of women are dating, but they should not be. I also realize that a lot of women are in a relationship and they should not be. So we have to try to establish what it is that we really want and what it is that what reason it is that we are saying or not saying certain things about ourselves in this season. I've said it time and time again. We have to be mindful with those self-fulfilling prophecies, because a lot of us will speak certain things over ourselves that aren't even true. We'll say that we're not ready when I'm realizing a lot of women are ready. I think, and again, as I've said, a lot of women that say that they're not ready, it's really out of fear. And in that case, maybe I'm not even going to say that there's healing that needs to be done, but just, keeping in mind that, just because someone hurt you before, it doesn't mean the next person is going to hurt you. Of course, it's understanding, that things are going to turn out a little bit differently the next time around. So I think there are a lot of people that they want to be ready, and it's like, in a sense, they are ready, but they're telling themselves that they're not ready. That's how I want to say it. I think they are ready, but they're telling themselves that they're not ready. I can't tell anyone absolutely, you're ready, run, go do it. But well, in a sense, sometimes I do that, because some of you who signed up for the Getting It On the Dating Coaching, and I do the relationship readiness assessment, and we've talked about that, but I can only give my opinion on something honestly, obviously. But we just need to be mindful with the words that actually come out of our mouths when we say certain things. The number one way that I always say that a woman is truly ready to, and not even just date, but to even be in a relationship, is that she actually has to have four things checked off. She has to know God, she is healed from her past, she knows herself, and she is already walking in her purpose. That is how you know that you are ready for a mate. You know God, you've healed from your past, you know yourself, and you are walking in your purpose. Those are the four major and main things that will show and tell if you are ready right now. It is my belief that other things, such as credit score, finances, a house, whatever, those things don't really hold much weight. I always say that goals are fine, yes, but don't put limits on God as to what he can end up doing through someone, because God can send someone who can have the very same thing that you need, and the very same thing that you're saying, well, because I don't have this, I'm not ready for a man yet. God might have somebody who might have those very same things, and he wants to, bless you with those same things through a mate, and for you to also have those things, but all because we're saying, well, I don't have myself together yet. Well, I'm not ready yet. So be mindful of what you're saying as far as the whole different seasons are concerned. Wherever you are, whichever season that you think you are in, I would just tell you to do one small thing and ask yourself, why? Why do you think that way? And ask God to reveal to you what you should be doing. If you are walking with God and if you're spending time with God, then you can't go wrong no matter what. And I love Jeremiah 33:3, because it says, ask me and I will tell you remarkable secrets about things that you do not know that are yet to come. He's saying you can ask me and I will reveal things to you. You can ask me for wisdom. You can ask me to show you. Like, that is, nothing pleases him more than to know that we delight in him and we actually want to do things his way and do things according to his will. But what I've realized is that a lot of women come to me and they say, well, God isn't speaking, or I don't hear God, or he's I think he's pulling me here, but I'm really not sure. God's just not talking. God is always talking. The question is, are you listening? Or perhaps you have not spent enough time with him and in his presence, so you don't know his voice. And that is a red flag, because we know that his word says, like, my sheep, like, they hear my voice and they know my voice. Like, they know when it's me that is speaking. So you should know the voice of the Lord when he is talking. And if not, then that would indicate that you are not ready for a relationship. And I say that keeping in mind that right now God is going to be our husband first. And as single women, he is our husband during this time. So if we can't even hear him, and we can't even, hear from him when he's telling us to do something, why do we think that God is actually going to send a husband that we are supposed to submit to, but we can't even hear from God? So I'll just leave that alone, because I can go another direction as far as that is concerned. Evaluate the season that you think you're in, and ask yourself why you think you're in that season, and then take it up a notch and ask God, what should I be doing during this time? And whatever it is that God tells you, I would dare you to have a Colossians 3:23 attitude and say, I'm going to work hard at whatever I do as if I am working for the Lord and not people. Work hard at whatever it is that you are doing as if you are working for the Lord and not people. If he called you to focus on your kids and that's it, then be the best mom you can be. You're supposed to start that business, do it with all your might. You're supposed to be in school, be the best student you can be. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, whatever areas that God, what season am I in? This is what I think. This is why I think this. God, what should you have me do? And whatever he tells you to do, you do it. You do it well. You stay faithful in the field that you have been planted in, and you trust that he will promote you at the right time, just like he did David. When David was in that field and David was bypassed, and they went to all the other brothers and whatever else and didn't even find David of being worthy of being called in the house. And they skipped over all of them, all to David, the one who was not even worthy of being in the house. But David was out there in the field, faithfully planted, working hard, minding his own business, and then God came and promoted him. So wherever you are planted, work hard. Focus on God and work hard during this time. I'm actually going to be doing, well, the webinar in July. I'm skipping ahead, but if you go to the New Thing Life Coaching Facebook page and click on events, you will see where I am actually doing a webinar on that. Which season are you in? This was just a little 5-minute kind of all over the place, but I'm actually going to be doing an in-depth webinar and workshop in July for women who are trying to see, like, I don't know which season I'm in. Like, if that's something you care about, some women are just like, I'm just kind of whatever. Some are out there actively dating, doing it wrong way. Some are just like, oh, I think I'm hidden and I'm just going to wait on God. If that's what you want to do, do that. But for those of you who are like, I really don't know which season I'm in, and I'm trying to figure out, it is going to be faith-based, obviously, as everything that I do. But I am doing a workshop on that in July. So if you go to the New Thing Life Coaching Facebook page, click on events, you will see there, and you can RSVP, and I'll continue to, post how to register and stuff like that later. But next month is what I'm excited about. I'm doing the workshop, No More Lonely Nights. And it's going to be interesting. I will say that. And No More Lonely Nights is going to be for that woman who checks off those 4 things, or she just wants to just get a running start now, trying to figure out exactly how to put an end to her lonely nights. I'm just going to be honest. That's what it's about. It's for women who are saying, in essence, I want to know, like, how do I find a man? Not find a man. How do I find a good man? For those who are saying, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I want to get some steps in the right direction. So that is going to be an intense workshop for women who are saying, I want to know, what do I need to do in order to meet a good man, in order to get the love that I desire and deserve. And I am very excited about this whole thing, and I have so many great things in store. We are going to examine what you have been doing wrong and what has not been working for you. But from there, I'm also going to give some tried and true tactics and tips and strategies, and to include 10 actual steps that you need to take that will get you the love that you deserve and desire. Not how to meet a man. We're not trying to meet any old kind of men in this season. For those of us who are ready to meet somebody, we're talking about godly husbands. We're talking about good men, and spouses and stuff like that. So that I'm excited about. I believe that is already an event on the New Thing Life Coaching page, and I believe it's also on the Saved and Single page as well under events, No More Lonely Nights. But I think if you actually go to bit.ly/buy lonely nights, BYE, buy lonely nights, you can actually go ahead and register. Registration is open. It is going to be limited spacing since it is going to be a webinar through Zoom. But as long as you register before it actually starts on July 15th at noon, as long as you register ahead of time, you can watch it on demand later if you can't, watch it or watch the whole thing, because this isn't going to be just an hour of me talking. This is going to be intense workshop, exercises, assignments, the whole nine, and it's going to get you booed up. Let's just put it that way. You're going to find your little boo thing for those who are ready and willing to take that step. So I look forward to doing that with you all. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always email me, newthinglifecoaching@gmail.com. Hey, and subscribe and connect with me as well. www.thejalministry.com. Click on Saved and Single. Also, newthinglifecoaching.com. You can go there and you can subscribe as well. But you all have a happy Saturday. God bless you. I love you, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.